Ryan Upchurch. Hey, end my career, pussy. Get off the internet, come troll me in real life.
When that Adderall kicks in, it's terrific, shit's delicious. Teeth go missing, eyes look different. Look at Ryan, he's a perfect picture of addiction. I'm conflicted, minutes turn to hours. This little coward butt naked in the shower. Talk about dissing Tom McDonald while you tripping. Ain't everybody gave you all your flowers. Your flowers, guess it ain't enough. Now you wanna take hours. Bitch, you fake as fuck, you just lied to your followers. And they accept it, acknowledge it, act like God said it. Bunch of yes men try to fucking put me in the box, bitch. We ain't playing Tetris when it comes to the rap shit. You ain't on no best list, you don't wanna fight, you just type with mad fingers. Must suck to be a shitty rapper and a bad singer. Boy, you sweat just talking, out of breath just walking. Lord forgive me, I'm about to put a church in a coffin.
Yo, mic check. We are here. We are live from Thoughts of a Predicate Winner, the podcast, episode 2. I'm sorry I'm a day late, man. Work got to working. It is what it is, man. Sometimes I'm just running a little bit behind, you know. But we here, and we got a lot to get to. We got a lot to talk about. First of all, I want to say, if you know, you know. I got that boy Adam in the booth. I'm not afraid to be petty. I got Adam to rap. I don't care what nobody says. I'll lay it out for you. This is how it happened, right? I post a video talking about my disdain, and I posted on the thumbnail. Like, y'all might get mad about this. It is what it is. And in the video, I literally say, there's no song. I'm not reacting to anything. It's just me talking. And I'm like, look, y'all say what y'all want. It is what it is. But it's whack to do this vlog versus vlog versus vlog versus vlog. And by Adam doing the vlog, I'm disappointed. And I expanded on my disappointment by saying directly to him, because I knew he was going to see it. I even told people, I was like, Adam's going to see this. And in my disdain, I directly told him, I was like, bro, this isn't it. This isn't dope. There's nothing, like, you are hip-hop. I believe you to be hip-hop. I believe you to be cut from that thread. Put it on wax. Now, the internet got the interneting, and the people in the comments were like, you don't know what you're talking about, Nelson. You don't know the half of it. I'm glad he doesn't. I'm glad he's not going to the booth. You don't understand. You don't understand how deep this goes. Keep that same energy? Of course not. He comments on the video, hey Cal, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, he didn't necessarily say you don't know what you're talking about. Let me not put that on him, but he did expand and say you don't know what you're talking about. Really, that is what he was insinuating. And he was like, he won't fight. He don't back up what he wants to say. What am I supposed to do? But my energy was the same. And I commented on that comment and said, bro, I just think that it would be dope for you to get in the booth and do the hip hop thing. I think it was the very next day. Maybe it was a day. The very next day, Tweaker drops. And I was like, ooh, this is my moment. I'm going to blow after this because I got him to go in the booth. He's going to talk about it on what. Shout out the Thoughts of a Predicate Winner for making me go in the booth. Of course, that didn't happen. But I made my reaction to Tweaker, and he commented on it. And in the beginning of Tweaker, I'm explaining I got him to go in the booth. But in his comment on Tweaker, he didn't really insinuate what I was saying. You know, he was like, appreciate the reaction, blah, blah, blah. This was cool. So I was like, all right, cool. All is well, no love lost. And then he dropped Church's Coffin. That's the one, by the way. I don't know how you hear that as a competitor. And understand, people, if you are in hip hop, you are a competitor. Because hip hop is a sport. A lot of y'all don't see it like that, but I'm just telling you what it is. It is that. And if you're a rapper you do look at rap in the form of a competitive standpoint. You do. And ACAL, bro, I'd say the same thing on my church's coffin. The second one he did. I say the same thing. I got Adam to go in the booth. And then he commented on that one. And this is the closest I think I'm going to get to that validation. And he said, you were right about getting in the booth. I'll take it. I'll take that. To me, that means, yeah, you got me to go in the booth. You got me to go in the booth. That's how I took it, you know? But man, I'm a reactor, bro. I'm not a side picker. Like, I'm here for the music. I don't really attach myself to the artist like that unless I super relate to the artist. Like, I do feel that way towards a few artists, but I'm looking at Upchurch's page like, dog, when are you going to drop something? There's no way his fans are lying to themselves if they say that it ain't worthy, or if they're saying, I don't want him to do it. You know what I mean? Y'all are lying to yourselves. If you're a fan, you want him to rap back, bro. You do. And I've heard a couple of songs here and there that I think he's working on that, I'm not going to lie, sounds pretty fire. It does. But he comes out and says, man, Hozier dropped a fire diss track. That diss track ain't even diss tracking, bro. That's like a Pastor Troy karaoke session. That's what that was. That Hozier diss ain't even it, bro. It like, in the form of making a diss track, as somebody that has been watching hip hop unfold my whole life, I'm telling y'all that diss track is not really a diss track because it doesn't have the layers that a diss track is supposed to have. He's basically still a whole onion over there. There was no, and the song sounded hard. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Hozier didn't bring it. Like, Adam should not respond to that because that's not hip hop. It's not a hip hop diss. It's like I'm showing you that I'm rowdy in the form of my flow and my cadence, and I'm gonna talk a little bit of ish here and there, and I'm not gonna rhyme very well, and my lyricism sucks, but you know, my cadence and my delivery say I'm ready to fight. That's not a diss track, bro. You gotta have some kind of backstory that you tie into it. You have to have a lead up. You have to have punches. You have to have metaphors. You have to have, and at the end, you're supposed to talk. Adam did all of that. He executed perfectly. He did. He executed perfectly. It was fire. So shout out to Adam and shout out to the Hog family, man. That was shout out to the Hog family too. Shout out to Adam and shout out to the Goon Squad, man. That was fire for all of us, man. I really enjoyed that. But I'll be honest with you, I think it's dead in the water. I think it's dead in the water unless Adam just chooses to keep on going, which he doesn't need to. He did it. He handled his business. It's done. And as far as I'm concerned, nothing Upchurch says from this point forward holds any weight, any value, or holds any merit because he didn't. If you don't do it on wax, but your competitor put it on wax in the sport that you play, that's like saying, like, I'm the best at basketball. And then someone comes out and they're like, well, come play me one-on-one. And they're on the court and they're shooting and they're showing you what they can do. And you're just on the sideline like, nope, I'm better. I'm better. Matter of fact, someone that's not even in the gym is somewhere playing basketball right now and he's really good too. No, get out there and play one-on-one. It's a competition. It's a competitive sport. And you have to be competitive by nature to even rap. Telling y'all that as a hip-hop guy, as a rap guy, as a hip-hop historian, rap nerd, I'm telling y'all that. It's the truth. So everything the church says from this point forward, as far as I am concerned, is null and void. There's nothing left to say, period. I guess that's my petty talk for today. I just wanted to open up the pod with my pettiness. Because, I don't know, man, I ain't getting no validity nowhere, bro. Even on all the other reactions that know me. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lacey. Lacey didn't say nothing about it. She didn't say nothing about me. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. But in all reality, bro, I do feel like I made that happen. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. But I do feel like I made that happen. All right, let's move on, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. What about these wildfires in California, bro? Let's see what the newest is by these liars.
Toll is increasing tonight in Southern California. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas.
I'm Laura Painter. We're learning now at least 11 people are confirmed dead. 5 separate wildfires rage across Los Angeles right now. At least
Man, rest in peace, man. That's actually less than I thought, to be honest.
180,000 people have been forced to evacuate as the fires have scorched a combined 35,000 acres. The death
Sheesh, 35,000 acres, bro.
toll is expected to rise. ABC's Alex Stone is in Altadena tonight.
He's live with more on the firefight and the absolute devastation left behind. Alex, so many people have just lost everything.
They have lost everything, Chris and Lauren. In fact, just a moment ago, there was a family that somehow got in beyond the roadblock, and they came by quite emotional. They just looked at their childhood home down this street. Everything on this street completely gone. These homes, there is nothing left. There's a basketball hoop there, but cars burned out. Just nothing left in these homes as firefighters are trying to put out the flames.
National Guard troops now patrolling the streets in Los Angeles to help
What's gonna happen
enforce
to these homes, bro?
evacuation
Did they-
orders.
I
A
mean,
6
I'm
p.m.
hearing-
to 6 a.m. curfew.
I'm hearing that they didn't have house insurance. I'm hearing a lot of them didn't. I'm hearing, bro, which I don't even know how that would be possible. But I'm sure that the insurance companies aren't going to take care of this in the manner that they should take care of it. Like there's going to be a lot of shenanigans behind the scenes with insurance companies. Like, well, because it was a forest fire and it wasn't like arson, I could see it already, you know, because that's how insurance companies work. Insurance companies are scamish. And let's say that you bought your home last year and you paid in California, let's say $750,000, right? And you've paid all, and you got a 7% interest rate, and you've paid a year of insurance or 2 years. You paid a year of mortgage or 2 years of mortgage. You're most definitely gonna owe more money than the value of your home. So they're only, like, let's say that you got $745,000 left on the loan. They're probably only going to cover the worth of the house, which will probably be around $550,000. So you're going to be stuck paying $200,000 on a mortgage that you don't even have a house for.
Few for the Eaton fire and Palisades fire areas
bad, man.
to prevent looting as a
And I'm not a fan of California or the people thereof for the most part, but this is horrifying. This is terrible. I mean, I don't mean to diss everybody in California. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, there's some freaky deaky going on out there in California, man. I don't understand y'all's ways, but I know that there's a lot of real people that live in California too, like, that don't feel that way. So don't take that as a diss to every Californian. But Gavin Newsom is an idiot, I feel like, and it's just nothing makes sense. Like, why there wasn't any water to put the fires out, why the fire department got their budget cut. Like, none of that makes sense to me. I don't understand. And I'm not that guy. Like, I don't understand a lot of politics, and I don't even understand why politics are playing a part in something like this, to be honest with you. Gavin Newsom going to Trump, talking about climate change, this, that, and the third. None of that matters right now. What matters is, imagine you lose your home and you look to your governor or your mayor and they're just talking about Trump's an idiot. Imagine that. Imagine the rage and the anger that you would feel. I just lost everything, and you're out here talking about Trump? What are you going to do to help?
city deals with catastrophic wildfires.
We're not doing this to inconvenience anybody. We're doing it to protect the structures, the houses that people have left.
The fires, which have devastated Los Angeles neighborhoods on the east and west sides of the city, have destroyed over 10,000 buildings, with those figures expected to grow.
Crazy.
We found out through word of mouth yesterday, confirmed from our neighbors that hiked in, that our house was gone.
There we go.
The Palisades fire
Oh
between
my
Santa
gosh,
Monica and
bro.
Malibu on the city's west side, and the Eaton fire.
Man, craziness. Shout out to the game for getting out in the streets and helping these people, man. I respect it. I think this is
a very
stand up,
special
fire.
guest volunteering, helping those evacuated the game.
And he's normally a jackass, you know, so this is dope. And I see people online talking about, you know, they're making this like a Kendrick thing, like, where is y'all's beloved Kendrick? Listen, man. Listen. Let's not do that. Let's just celebrate Game doing something dope, you know?
It's about 3 in the morning already.
Well, look, I haven't even had my morning latte, man, but we are out here for the good people of Los Angeles doing the right thing, leading with good hearts, man. LA, we love you.
Love that. And you've been dropping off water and meals.
Water, coffee, we've been detailing fire trucks, man. You know, just doing everything. We're doing everything we can, man.
Shout out to Game, bro, but you don't have to say, we out here doing the right thing. It's so early, I ain't even got my latte yet. I'm out here really putting the work in, really helping people out. But it is dope that he's doing it, so I don't want to take away from that. I'm proud of Game, bro. That's super dope to step up in that way. That's somebody that really seems to love their city. Somebody that really seems to have a passion for people and helping people, because this isn't the first time that he's done something like this in the midst of just, you know, horrific things that goes on. So shout out to Game. That's hard. That's super dope. But back to the wildfire discussion. I don't know what these people are gonna do. And I would be fretful if I was under the leadership of a Gavin Newsom going through all of this. But it also begs the question with Joe Biden before he leaves office, like, whatever financial help y'all need over there, we got you. What about North Carolina, big dog? What about all the stuff that happened from the natural disasters of a hurricane to them that they still don't have their houses back? And then with all of these things that are going on, you really have to start thinking and paying attention to, like, God, you know? Like, I just hope that people, I don't believe that God is out here punishing individuals for individual sins, because if you're covered in the blood, you're covered in the blood. He sees you as his son. But if you're out here and you don't believe and you're not a believer and stuff like this is happening, you should look at this as a message of sorts. Like, how can I change? That's what I looked at COVID like. Like, when COVID happened, I was like, okay, God, what can I learn from this? What can I apply to my life to be different? And I changed a lot during COVID, just in the way I think about things, my patience for others, my ability to kind of shake out of debates that don't serve a purpose or arguments that aren't going to go anywhere, and my ability to just see people like, all right, you're standing on your opinion, you're not going to move, you're not going to sway, I'm not going to waste my energy. There a lot changed during COVID, whereas I used to would just debate, get mad at you, let you get mad at me, and everything in between, but that serves no purpose. And I've learned that over the course of time, so I've really changed my ways in that. But it does beg the question, like, God wants us to learn something, you know? That's my belief. I don't believe in it as a form of punishment, but I believe in it as a form of signs that, you know, we need to be paying attention. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? So but shout out to the game, and man, prayers to all the people that are in California. I don't know if any of y'all that are on my Patreon are in California, but if so, man, prayers to y'all and your families. If y'all are being affected by this in any way, shape, or form, it's horrid. It's horrific. And I just wanted to let you know that my hearts are with y'all and my prayers are with y'all. So yeah, man, that's it's horrid. Can't think of another word. It's awful. In other news, we have, 50 went and sat down with Cameron, which I thought was really cool. It was really cool to see them bury whatever hatchets that they have had in the past, because 50 used to diss Cameron all the time. And it's just dope to see people kind of reuniting and putting their silly feuds to bed as they grow and as they get older and realize that it's for the birds and both people are in a good mental state. It was just dope to see 50 on Cameron. But 50, while he was on Cameron, talked about when they were beefing, taking Jim Jones on a show with him. And Jim Jones was on Cameron's Dipset, right? And while G-Unit and while 50 and Cameron were beefing, 50 strategically brought Jim Jones out for his song Ballin' at one of his shows And Cameron said that was like such a strategic move in the midst of beef, like to use one of my people and bring them out on stage with you while I'm beefing with you, which it is. I mean, that's 50, king of the petty, king of trolling. And anyway, man, Jim Jones got his panties in a bunch and just, you know, started taking shots at both of them, like Cameron and 50. So now we got 50 versus Jim Jones going on now that 50 and Cameron have buried the hatchet, which is silly, man. It's really like Jim Jones doesn't need to be so defensive, man. I don't understand. Why would you get so defensive over something so silly? Like, it's a funny moment. Like, you got to learn to laugh at things, you know? Let's see. We're not doing that, bro. What is this?
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at penny.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact.
I don't know what I'm watching.
And he just canceled all this show.
Anyway, man, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. But no, that's what's happening, bro. And now Jim Jones has this issue with 50. 50 is not the right one to have issues with. I don't know after all these years why none of y'all get that, bro. He's never come out on the bottom of anything. Maybe Rick Ross a little bit as far as like hip hop music is concerned, like their tiff that they had back when they were taking shots at each other through the music. I feel like 50 kind of lost that one a little bit, but that's because Rick Ross was on top of his game at the best he's ever been at, and his disses just were more potent, you know. But it was just more they were more appeasing sonically, like it just sounded better. But nah, man, I don't see this. And now 50's like putting Jim Jones on blast for being a federal informant in the 6ix9ine case. It's a mess. It's a mess. 50's not the one. 50 just isn't the one. People need to learn that. But there are more pressing matters to get to, like Diddy's mom allegedly exposing him to, well, I could say it on Patreon, allegedly exposing him to sex parties in his childhood home, which would explain an awful lot. So it seems like now, if that's true, if the alleged is true, that doesn't make any excuses for Diddy, but it does say a lot, and it shows that there's like a sickness within his family structure that even without being rich, there's still fetishes and, you know, really, it's really demonic. Like to want to have like sex parties and stuff like that, bro, that's of the devil, bro. It's not godly at all. Now, sex can be a great thing when you practice it the correct way. Marriage, and you know, you can still have fun in your marriage, like, but to, I don't know, man, to throw sex parties like in front of your children in their childhood home, I can't even fathom that as a father. Like that's so beyond anything that I would ever do that I can't even like wrap my head around why somebody would do it. It's insanity. Craziness, man. We just live in a world full of crazy, bro. Just crazy nonsense, man. It's insane. And I'm just glad I live in a community and I'm a part of something that is so far away from that, bro. So far away from that. My kids will never have any issues like Diddy probably had when he was growing up. And still, not for nothing, dude is still locked up. I'm wondering if anything else is going to be coming out about all of this, bro. It's because it seems like they're holding a lot of secrets close. It seems like they're holding a lot real close to the chest, and I don't know if we're ever going to get to the bottom of it. It's going to be like Epstein all over again, bro. And what do y'all think about The Weeknd retiring his stage name after his next album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, I think is going to be the name of it. I love The Weeknd. I think his music is incredible. I think he has an incredible gift. and I think that he's probably the best singer vocally around today. Personally, that's my personal thought, and he makes really dope music. But what do y'all think about him changing his name, dude? Because his name was essentially, his name was kind of built on like addiction, that party life, and basically like, I think I've always thought that his name was kind of tied to it's the weekend every day, you know, this is my lifestyle. And there was a darkness and a loneliness that was attached to it in the early days that seems to have dissipated. And it seems like he's way more radio friendly these days. It seems like, you know, he's got this like 80s feel to him now where he's like trying to make groove music, and it's still dope, but it's completely different from what he started out with. Like, you know, we'll play an example. This early days. Oh my gosh, bro. Wait a minute.
I left my girl back home. I don't love her no more. Ooh. And she'll never fucking.
Bro, those days, I was vibing to that record in the worst way. But nonetheless, that sounds very different from the new age stuff like this. Can't miss. I mean, he sounds good on everything that he does, but it is two totally different styles of music, right? Y'all know Wicked Games. I didn't have to play that much further, but y'all can see the differentials there, which is why I feel like I understand the name change. I'm not mad at it, you know? I'm not, because he's a totally different person now. He's found major successes in life, and I think that he enjoys things differently than he used to. Maybe he's gotten clean, you know? I don't know for sure, but who knows? I mean, he's a very mysterious artist, bro. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't do, like, you know, killed that halftime show. A lot of people gave him so much flack for that halftime show. I thought it was awesome. But he's goated right now. Like, one of the top selling artists, makes really good music. He can do whatever he wants to do, man. I'm not mad at the name change. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not mad at it, and I understand it. You know, I do. And I don't know if any of y'all actually watch my reaction channel or not, but on the reaction channel, I did Jack Harlow recently on his new freestyle, which I thought was super sick. It was super dope. Man, he murdered that freestyle, bro. This freestyle is nuts.
Flexible, more simplistic, soulful, less technical. The world's my oyster. I'm about to get my dog a perpetual. I don't know why some of y'all skeptical. Maybe because we got the same passion, but you never went professional. I just know it's something about me that's detestable. New G-Wagon, that bitch is electrical. The hate got to me, but I had to act straight like I'm trying to seem hetero. Used to kill locals, not a crime scene federal. I'm proud of what we done, but I'm trying to be better though, cause I don't really think I've made nothing incredible. A lot of hard verses and a couple regrettable. As far as big records go, yeah, I got a few of those, but I ain't done nothing indisputable. Maybe I'm delusional, I just left the old me's funeral. I would turn the camera on and get you more of me like I used to do, but something about it don't seem suitable. Something about selling myself feels so juvenile. 400 degrees out, my knees out, walking around Louisville. Life's beautiful when every impulse you have is quite doable. I'ma keep telling the truth as per usual.
He killed that, bro. That was an amazing freestyle. And Kanye West came out and said that Jack Harlow's top 5 right now, man. He said he's one of his favorite rappers right now. And in regards to this freestyle, said the Tranquility thing was fire. And I think that that's dope for Ye to give him a nod like that, because he's obviously influenced by Ye. He gave Ye that verse on Donda 2, I think, that never really came out because Ye tried to put that out on his own website and sell it with this little stereo box that he was making. But regardless, I think that it's fire for Ye to put him on like that. Like, Shout out to Jack Harlow, top 5 right now. That's just a hard nod, man. That's dope. I would appreciate that if I was Jack. That's dope to me, which leads me into wondering what's going on with Ye with this Bully album, bro. He's supposed to be releasing this album. I've already paid for it. It was like $5 on his Yeezy website. Now it's not even there. But I love Ye. So he never misses to me. Everything that he does is fire to me. I didn't love Vultures 1 and Vultures 2 because of the content. It wasn't the music. The music was amazing. The content coming off of Donda, that sucked. That sucked. To see Ye go from Jesus is Lord and we need Jesus to the Vultures content was gross. Man, I hate that, bro. I do. I hate it. I'm praying for Ye, and I hope that there's a full circle moment with this Bully album, at least a little, you know? Like, he went from literally one extreme all the way to the other extreme. It was terrible. Terrible. But I'm hoping that, you know, with this new album is something dope. But I'm hearing through the grapevine, bro, that he might be messing around with AI, and AI might be making this whole album. I don't know how much weight that holds or if it's true. But if it is true, man, I don't even want to hear that. I don't ever want to let AI take the role in the reins of music. Music is already so grounded in nonsensical, microwavable BS that I don't want to hear what AI can cook up. It might be better than some of y'all's music, not gonna lie, but I'm attracted to heartfelt, emotional pulling, soul stringing music that can't be made up from artificial intelligence. It takes a real human with real experience, some real relatability to tie me in. And that's what good music is to me. I don't want to hear no AI Kanye, bro. I don't need AI Kanye. Kanye is one of the greatest musicians of our generation. I don't want to hear that. I don't. I hope that's not true. I don't know. And I don't want to look it up and I don't want to know the answer because I'm afraid that it might be. It is what it is. I'm not excited about that, even though it's already paid for. So, whatever. Now, I don't know if y'all remember Chopper or not, bro. Let me see. Chopper. Chopper was on Diddy's Making the Band. And he was probably the only really good rapper on that show to me. He's fire. I liked him a lot when he was, and this was off the Hustle and Flow soundtrack. This is Lil Daddy.
Young City. That grill. We here now.
You hear Diddy there.
As we give you what you need. Let's go. Got a deal. Now it's real. A chrome dip caddy. I'm a pimp. This how I live. You see it, Lil Daddy. Shout it, chill. Now I'm here. So mean with your fatty. I'm a pimp. This how I live. You see it, Lil Daddy.
I know you see me stunting. Big bodies is all I whip now. My most about it.
All right. Y'all know, y'all get it. That's who he is, right? Chopper came out, bro, and said that Diddy is gay and once kissed another powerful man, but won't say who. Chopper City claimed that he once witnessed Puffy tonguing down another high-powered man in a recording studio, although he didn't say who. I walked into the studio and seen two powerful men doing things that was uncomfortable to my eyes. Woo! That was uncomfortable to my eyes. You could take that how you want it. He added, I opened the door, seen what I seen, and I hurried up and slammed that door. It messed me up, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at Diddy differently after that. I wasn't feeling that bad boy-ish no more. The New Orleans native claimed that after the incident, he was treated nice by executives at the label and was even able to film the video for his single Lil Daddy, which we just watched, for free. I bet. Choppa also speculated on Diddy's sexuality, saying, yes, effing right, that dude is gay. Yes, he's gay, but I don't think being gay is bad. It's just their preference. That's their preference. His energy from this and who he is leads me to believe there would be no reason for him to lie about this. Other than to like get your name back in the news and stuff like that, but it ain't like he's still making music, you know? So I think that's probably true. It sounds true. It doesn't sound false. It doesn't sound like a farce. Sometimes you can tell when something don't really sound right. this sounds right. It sounds legit. So, I mean, I take that as confirmation. Like we didn't already think all these things anyway, but I take that as confirmation. The only thing that I want to speculate on is who was the dude? Who was the dude? Who do y'all think the other dude was, bro? Another powerful man. I don't think it was Jay, bro. I don't think it was Jay-Z. I'm not ready to do that. Jay is one of the illest rappers to ever touch a microphone to me, and I am not ready to bury him. I already recorded a whole video on YouTube, which broke my heart, about some girl saying that, you know, he was involved in an essay on her and a bunch of other kids at one of them Diddy parties. And I don't know if that story's true or not. That's one of those that kind of, unlike the Choppa thing, I'm kind of sitting there like, oh, I don't know, man. Some of this doesn't sound right. It doesn't sit right with me when I hear it, which makes me feel like maybe there's some, you know, lies in here. Maybe there's some truth to it too. I don't know, but it kind of leaves you in shambles. Like when it doesn't sit right with you, it doesn't sit right with you. And it's sometimes maybe it is because of the person that it is or the person that it's about, which in this situation is somebody that I grew up on and I've always loved. And I already went through this whole thing with him back in like 2008, 2009, 2000 to 2012, where it was like, you know, the Illuminati stuff started coming out and we started hearing stuff like that on YouTube. And it was like, I can't listen to him no more. This is devil worshiping music. But I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. But I got to speculate on who that other dude is, man. I don't know. Because back when Choppa was on the label making music and filming for Lil Daddy, I mean, that's Hustle and Flow era. That's Vote or Die era. It could have been Denzel. It could have been Jamie Foxx. It could have been, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it was just like a super powerful, like, lawyer, actor. Man, there's so many people that it could be because Diddy was making his rounds at that time, man. He was making relationships with everybody. Awful. Awful, bro. It's awful. I don't. It's like I want to know, but I don't want to know at the same time, bro. It's so much going on over there in that side of the world that is coming out. And I want to know about it, but at the same time, I know that some of that stuff is going to be heartbreaking, bro. I know some of that stuff's going to be heartbreaking. I'm going to give y'all my list of people that I really need to be like real solidified people that aren't, you know, involved in any of this nonsense. And that list is very short. 50, DMX, Kanye West, Boosie, Bun B, Master P, Juvenile, Jadakiss, that's it. That's my list. That's my list of people that I really don't want to see involved in any of this nonsense. And I feel like I can be okay. You know what I mean? Now, if anybody else is on this list, I could be okay with it. But those guys right there, I really don't want to see them involved in any of this mess, man. It would break my heart. It would break my heart. And a few of them, I feel like I can scratch off the list just because I feel like I know them to the point through the music and through just seeing how real they were as human beings that they would never be involved in something like this. One of those people being DMX, 50. I want to say M, but, you know, I also only really want to say M because M is so private. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like he's one of those people, even in his drugging days where he was out like mingling with all these people. Never seen it. You never see pictures of Eminem with these people like that unless it's at like an award show. Kanye, I feel like I can scratch that off the list too. I just don't feel like he's that dude. But unfortunately, like Jay is, but I'd be okay if I found out that Jay was on that. It would be heartbreaking, but I can see it almost, which is why, you know, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Whatever ends up happening. I just appreciate being put on this new wave of rappers that I didn't know before that seem to be super solid, super real, and all white. Man, I need Dax, I guess, is out there. And now in a great turn of events, we have learned Kodak Black says that Kodak Black predicts that hip hop will turn on him next the way that they did Drake. That's what he's trying to say. They're going to turn on me the way that they turned on Drake. First of all, I do want to say Eminem called this a long time ago. And Drake, they're going to turn on you one day too. Facts. Ended up happening. He didn't do himself no favors there. I don't think Eminem ever did anything. I mean, a political standpoint can really go a long way when you step over that line, and you can upset a lot of people. But at the end of the day, like musically, sonically, I don't know, man. I don't care what your political views are. Because what I've grown to realize, especially at 35 years old, is if I believe in something full-heartedly and I put all of my faith into it, who am I to tell you that you're wrong about what you put all your heart and all your faith into? I just can't. I believe what I believe is right. But if you believe what you believe is right, we can still figure out a way to get along with each other, man. I think that's ridiculous. So Kodak said, one day these dudes is going to turn on me like they did Drake. Like they did Drake. Whole little hate Kodak campaign. Everybody who hate Kodak to the left, you see these boys campaigning. But it's love. They show like I'm impressive. I'm a great friend to have, and I ain't friendly. Look, man, Kodak, I pray can get some help and some treatment because I think that he has some drug issues. But I do like his personality, and I like his music. I mean, Kodak has made some good music to me. He's made some hilarious little clips and stuff like that, man. Like there was this one time where he was, I don't know, man, like he had to pull over to the side of the road because some lady had gotten a wreck and flipped her car over, bro, and she couldn't get out the car, and he just walks by, he's singing Aaliyah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. I don't know why it was so funny to me, bro, but he's just a hilarious person, man, maybe unintentionally, but his music has always been pretty dope for like these new cats. Like I you know, it wouldn't be my first pick, but you know, he's kind of a spawn of Trick Daddy. I like some of his music for real, but I don't like highlighting or bringing attention to people that need help. I have a soft spot in my heart for addicts, and I think that he probably needs some help in that way. But I wanted to highlight this because, dog, Drake is the biggest artist of a generation. Like Taylor Swift, Drake. Like 2010s, that's your biggest. I don't think that they're going to be able to turn on you like they turned on Drake, brother, because you're not quite that big, you know? I don't think that they're going to turn on you like that. Your fans are probably solidified because they are probably very similar in their mindset to you. Take that how you will. You know what I mean? But I got a couple more topics that I want to discuss, and then we can wrap this up. One being Joe Budden. I made a video pretty recently about Joe sleepwalking, and you know, he's naked and he sleepwalked and walked right up to his neighbor's house, and they tried to press crazy charges against him, saying that like he was, you know, touching himself inappropriately and all this and that, but maybe thinking that he wouldn't bring that, like they wouldn't ask for the Ring doorbell footage, but they ended up asking for the Ring doorbell footage, which he was naked in, which I imagine probably made him feel pretty uncomfortable. But the thing is he rode through it, he dealt with it, and the charges were dropped. So salute to Budden, man. I'm glad you're kind of free of that, but put some clothes on before you go to sleep from here on out, which he said he would do. So good for Joe Budden, man. I don't ever want people to get charged with like SA accusations when they shouldn't be getting charged with that. And I also prayers to Joe. Like, if it's scary, bro, you sleepwalking and you're leaving your house, that's scary within itself, even if you have clothes on, you know? So, and then we got kind of an update on this Jay-Z thing. Let's look into this. Jay-Z wants rape lawsuit dismissed and accuser's lawyer fined over extreme violations. Jay-Z has yet again called for the rape lawsuit to be dismissed, citing inconsistencies from his accuser story and unethical conduct from her lawyer. All right. In a new filing submitted on Wednesday, January 8th, Hove's lawyer, Alex Spiro, pokes various holes in woman's account and calls her attorney, Tony Busby, to be sanctioned for failing to properly vet her claims before filing a lawsuit on her behalf. Arguing for his client's innocence, Spiro points out that there is Arguing for his client's innocence, Spiro points out that there is photographic evidence of Jay-Z attending a different event to the Diddy after party where the woman claims she was raped in 2000 at the age of 13. He also claims that the woman's father has no recollection of picking her up after she fled the party, and notes that Good Charlotte's Benji Madden, who she claims to have spoken to at the party, was in Chicago, a different city entirely, that evening performing at the concert. There are some holes in her story, but maybe there would be holes in her story. The part that's kind of getting me, though, is the dad not having a recollection of that. I would never forget that. Ever. Ever. But maybe the dad is an addict. Maybe he was on drugs. Who knows, bro? Like, you can't just dismiss everything based off of these accounts. You can't. The dad obviously wasn't a good father, really, anyway, if this was to be a thing. Because, I can't imagine him being a good father anyway, because he allowed a 13-year-old to go to the VMAs. Like, that's by herself. You know what I mean? Who does that? That's wild to me. He also claims that the woman's father has no... I already said that. The fact that nearly every step in the plaintiff's narrative turns out to be false or highly unlikely casts considerable doubt to the plaintiff's allegation that Mr. Carter raped her, which he did not, Spiro writes. Turning his attention to Busby, he adds, none of the allegations appear to have been subjected to even the most rudimentary diligence by the filing attorney. Spiro goes on to call Busby's violations deeply wrong and extreme, and given the defamatory nature of the allegations, which have inflicted irreparable reputational harm on Jay-Z and forced the rapper to explain to his own children that he had been falsely accused of assaulting a child, which, if this does turn out to be false, is awful. Because of this, Spiro asking the judge to impose monetary sanctions on Busby, proposing a reimbursement for Hove's attorney's fees and costs. Busby has since hit back with the filing, saying to the Rolling Stone, with each frantic filing, his team reeks of desperation. He and his team think that the laws and rules do not apply to them, and they are flat wrong. They also think that they can bully or intimidate counsel for victims by filing meritless and frivolous pleadings full of lies and half-truths. Again, they are dead wrong. We will address the utter lack of merit with this filing with the court rather than with the press. I don't know, man. And the court of public opinion, it's a little bit shaky. I don't see this being a thing, to be honest. It upset me a lot at first whenever I found out about this, but it is just an accusation at this moment. He hasn't been convicted. I can see it happening, truthfully, but I can also, there's a side of me that can't see that happening. It's a very weird situation to be in as a fan, but I don't know, man. This is what I'll say, and this is what I will close the pod out with, man. To anybody out there that has really had to go through something like this, prayers to y'all, first and foremost. Secondly, I pray that everybody that does assault in this way gets what they deserve, which is rotting in prison for the rest of your lives, max sentences, death penalties, whatever you want to call it. I pray that y'all get y'all's just due in that way. But if this is made up and this is a farce, then I also pray for girls like this or women like this to have the same sentence. Because we can't keep doing this where we don't know if it's truth. We don't know. And it's wrong. It's wrong if you are making these accusations against somebody and they're not valid. But there's not, in my opinion, there's not enough holes in this story to make me feel like it for sure did not happen. There's not enough holes in it. There's enough holes in it to make you feel like maybe this is BS. But I don't know. All I can do is just pray for her to get her just due, whatever that may be. Whichever side of the coin that ends up landing on, I pray that she gets her just due. How about that? All right, man. And that's it, bro. I appreciate y'all for watching this, man. Thank y'all for checking in on the pod. I am going to be... let's close this out with a sleeper song. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do the Cypher. Yellow Wolf. This is the 2011 XXL Freshman Cypher. Yellow Wolf, Kendrick, Lil B, Sci-Hi the Prince. This goes hard. I love this Cypher. And it would have been cool to see this group of guys, minus Lil B. I mean, no disrespect to Lil B. I'm not doing that. But this would have been really cool if they could have made more music together, man. There was supposed to be the Country Cousins album, which was supposed to be Sci-Hi, Yellow Wolf, Big Crit, and even J. Cole was included in that conversation at one point. But some of these artists grew bigger than other artists and went on their own separate paths, and it ended up not working out. But it would have been real cool if it would have. All right, let's do it. Yeller. DJ Premier.
Goddamn, look who just stepped in. The cat done drug up a wolf from the den. Hey, not long ago I was wiping his ass. Now he's a rich rapper, wiping his ass with cash. It didn't take much for me to realize I was on my own, moving through the woods like Donkey Kong. I adopted that classic rock soul. My mama was tooting heavy with bubble to black crows. We got the dirty shit locked in the boondocks. Grain-fed cattle meats, we gon' shroom pop. I'm in touch with my inner star, you watch. I stand up in Hollywood and spit moon rocks. Bitches wanna know the real Yellow Wolf, really. All the hooker get to see is catfish Billy. The world around my childhood was a crooked wall. I had to reach high to see above the weed fog. Pop a head on the crawfish and suck it dry. I pop your head if you talk shit and bust your eye. You know what's up, y'all coming with me, I'm the future in town. It's going down, shady. What up? Let me catch the beat. What
Big
up?
K Dot.
G shit, what's up? Huh? Look, I'm beyond the most slept on, stepped on, step songs, father of rap songs, writing my wrongs, writing a book of songs. This is the word to the Holy Quran or whatever that's foreign to you. I find it funny that you embracing the storm. Wake up, ring the alarm, or wake up with a bomb through you. It's bad dad, kids with bad dads, cops with bad badges, big bullets, no my bads. Once them guns shoot you, I said, yo, I might go. Out is the Mike Jordan, lacing my Jordans and yelling out ISO. Ike Turner, your idol, whip him and bruise him, stick poison inside his pie sad that you know him. We influenced our heart of thousands, 999,000, but who's counting? Thirsty for success and we drink from the youth fountain. Big headed trying to stay grounded like a delinquent in middle school clowning. Drowning in these, they want life jackets. While we swim backwards, we yelling, nigga, please. Pay your respect or recognize the alphabet. You can't survive in a room full of G's. Coached by my uncle Lil Maine, I resemble him. They trying to tell the game and we killing all thieves. Make them all blood, make them all bleed. Motherfucker die, put a ribbon in the sky till Stevie Wonder sing. King of all kings, jokers and new jacks can get dealt with. Royal flush when I drop shit and say these things. Man, lean on them cause half of these niggas Maybelline. All made up. About to go dummy on a dummy, what? Treat him like a welterweight and stuff him in some trunks. You fucking with a giant. I'm Forrest Whitaker sparring with some Forrest Gumps. What you want?
Look how good I look, man. It's Lil B. Yeah. Hey, check this. My nigga told me if I ever stop rapping, the game lost Jordan. Trade him to the Magic. Exhibit base, not exhibit C. Niggas couldn't see. Let me part the sea. Part of me. Nothing pardons me. You niggas arguably is worse than me. Get your whole squad. Let me go hurt your team. Populous in his back. Make him work his knees. This is sick. I'm on top now. I remember in the hood, I was locked down, Oakland, Yosemite. Having YA dreams, the pen right ahead of me. Now I'm getting glad that you niggas ain't ahead of me.
Okay, Lil B.
And you never be forgetting me. Hard drive, man, it's all about the memory. Strapped with a vest, screaming, motherfuck my enemies. Have them moving like a centipede. I'm the weed man, so you know I got the remedy. Plus I'm a user, dope fiend music. Plus I'm a robber and I dare you suckers push me. Got the same pistol that they shooting. I'm too nice. I'm the wrong rapper. I'm done.
Big dog.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
Nah, I ain't done no faking, but here come the H gang. We was the shit before the cake came. I hate lames. They get mad because we make change. And I ain't even have to bake cane. But I keep the weight gain on the freight train. Fuck dope, I'm on the cushion, the haze game. In the streets, I got a great name. I'm a pimp cause I break Danes. Play with my payouts in my Great Danes. Pause let the bass bang. Trapping was cool till the Jake came. Then they found a couple clues in the yay dang. Then niggas change colors like a fake chain. Prince of the South, ho. You won't catch me without dro. I'm like T.I. Pimpins in my jeans and I ain't talking about Levi's. I keep the cushion like the couch folk and the toy like G.I. Joe. Better G.I. blow. You pussy niggas wanna fight, I be outdoors. The devil stay right or leave each eye closed. Cause I'm swinging the 3+3, 5, 4. We got niggas, nigga, E.I.O. What you seeing off a pound, nigga? We see off O's. Catch me in the lat with 3 bars blowed, and I ain't fucking with you niggas cause I see y'all hoes. Side let's get it. Good music.
See y'all later, bro. Peace.